Yeah.
I've got to be the one that does this because I'm the one that brings the energy here. What's going on, everybody? You already know where you're at. It's 3 Minute Podcast, episode 12. We're rolling with it today. How the hell is everybody doing? My name's Project. You can find us on Facebook, 3 Minute Podcast, all one word, on Twitter, at 3 Minute Podcast, no T, because they're...
No. I found out the real reason. I found out the real reason. 6 years ago, some group came up with 3 Minute Podcast, but it never produced a show. That's why we can't. The name's taken.
So basically, it's still very small.
You can email Twitter and whatnot and talk to them about it, right?
Well, guess what? Goddammit, I'll get right the fuck on that. Let me get my hand off my dick, okay?
That's the first thing you've had there in 6 months. Anyway, you can also find me
I got one hand on my penis and the other on your head, so.
On Twitter, at Project_Vectrix, and you know the two goofballs that I roll with.
Okay, that was Eat a Fucking Penis Project. I am Bear. You can find me on Twitter at BearJuden92.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say everything else. My bad. Sorry, I have no energy. You can find me at I have no energy on Twitter. My name is Hart. You can find me at Twitter on HartChaos / I have no energy. 9/11 was an inside job. And I hope all of you guys enjoy our fucking show this week. Thank you for joining.
Alright, as always, got to give a shout out to our partners and sponsors. Go check out Vamp Gaming at
Vamp. Number one sponsor, thank you, at Static_Gaming. They're fantastic. Check them out.
Seeing as that's not even the real thing, it's all good. At Vamp_Gaming. Go check them out. They're a competitive team. They're doing other things than COD right now. They're doing Destiny and all sorts of stuff. With UMGs, they were ranked 200 out of 5,000.
Used to be a clan, but not any longer.
Anyway, I'll continue uninterrupted, hopefully. Go also see our sister podcast, Fellowship of the Geek, on Twitter and Facebook. They're a lot less raunchy than we are because, we don't give a shit. Fuck you. That's how we feel. We'll do it live, goddammit. And to apparently make a note and speak on what Project's talking about, we were partnered with Static Clan, but now they have dissolved and have been, I don't even consider it bought out, or they've been integrated or osmosised. I like that word better. It's not a real word. Osmosised into another clan, Revolt. I'm not going to shout them out because I don't know if we're partnering with them or not, but you know what? I don't give a shit. It's all the
Bear is hiding the truth from you guys like he normally does. So I'll tell you guys, Static used to be a sponsor, but the head of Static, he forgot to inform his neighbors and forgot to register once a year as he was supposed to. So he moved too close to a school, and they, as a conglomerate, will no longer be sponsor us.
Well, apparently I hide the truth. I always apparently hide the truth right up Project's ass, so anybody want to know some bullshit, there it is. Right up Project's ass. Go ahead. You're on gaming news, brother.
Did you just want to hop into gaming news now?
Okay, alright, let's wet this pussy up a little bit. Let's go ahead, come on.
No, that's fine.
Say some more stuff.
That's good. Okay, so, quick gaming news for everybody. Only got a few things to go over. BioShock, remastered. Buy it. If you haven't bought it, buy it. If you don't have it pre-ordered or had it pre-ordered or anything like that, why go buy it?
Boy!
Buy it.
Are you really trying to tell our people to go get a remaster when you're the king of fuck remasters? Fuck remasters. We don't need remasters. Where is this coming from?
No, let's get something straight. And me and Hart went over this last week.
We did?
Remasters are fine. Yeah. Remasters are fine if you're not splitting assets in order to make it.
Oh, yeah,
As such, say Destiny. you have Destiny the core game, and you stripped out half of the people, if not more, to go work on Destiny 2, leaving Destiny with a skeleton crew, and you're left with a half-ass game that's barely scraped by. And
no. That's not what I'm talking about.
To say the least.
That's not what I'm talking about. We're on the same page on that. But you were the one bitching and complaining about the Skyrim's remaster. It's something to mull us over a big-ass RPG, which we don't have on the new consoles. We don't have a massive...
remaster is going to be fantastic.
Have you been pulling my dick this entire time? You just been pulling my dick this entire time? Huh? You bastard.
Have I not said like a month ago that Skyrim Remastered is something that I was looking forward to?
No.
I don't remember. Please take me out of this conversation.
No, you didn't, because I was talking about it on my list, and you were like, remasters are garbage.
Anyway, so I'm in agreement. Yeah, you definitely should go get fucking BioShock Collection. I've been selling it for the past 3 days, and I cannot wait to get it.
You didn't know?
Skyrim
Project Cell,
Remastered,
you didn't know? Referring to what Hart's talking about, he sells drugs and kiddie porn is what he's been saying. He's been saving up his money.
Jesus.
He's saving up his...
God, okay. I guess I'm just getting shit on tonight, too. Nobody's gonna shit on Bear.
Okay.
What do you mean? I've been getting shit on all night.
Okay, it is 9:10 on the East Coast, so I'm waiting for the Twitch ban already. We've already talked about pedophiles,
drugs,
drugs, and kiddie porn in the last 5 minutes.
Hey! When I say kiddie porn, I don't mean child pornography. I mean literal kiddie porn. He just has a bunch of kittens. And does his own.
You're talking Jared from Subway. We all understand. Okay?
No, I'm talking about kids, like baby goats. Okay, kid porn, baby goats. That's what I'm talking about.
Bestiality.
Bestiality is illegal.
Only in 48 states.
What are the two states? Virginia and New York? I highly doubt it's both of them, since we're gonna go to fucking jail.
Why are we gonna go to jail when we're not really doing it, Charlie?
Because you don't know what goes on behind these scenes.
Oh. Help
Two
me.
girls, one cup, and a dog.
Oh, God.
Anyway, 2 kids and a goat.
Okay, alright, getting back to gaming news. Anyway, holy crap. Wait, okay. You know what? I'm going to start with this story just because I want to say fuck you to Bear. I've missed Bear the last 2 weeks, so I've been scouring the dark depths of the internet to find.
Oh, that's where the kiddie porn talk's coming from.
Oh God, don't.
So, hey, Bear, guess what?
Oh, what?
PS4 mods, Skyrim, Fallout 4.
Oh yeah,
canceled.
I know. So with Skyrim and Fallout 4, I know.
Yeah. Bethesda was quick to drag Sony on the bus and say that they look forward to coming to some sort of agreement in the future, but Sony is going to have to relax for that to happen. The main issue of this is happening to be Sony does not want to give us as the consumer that much access into the system settings itself, or the system itself, to be able to code and things like that. And the issue with the mods is that they like developers to actually pay them to put updates and things like that into games, and it's not understood exactly how that would work in the long run for people creating mods and then installing them into the game, and the licensing fees and all of that. So as for now, Skyrim and Fallout 4 will not have any type of mod support, which is devastating to the community because I was looking forward to some mods in Fallout 4, especially after like Xbox got it in June. So
Bear's fat ass might be getting a fucking Xbox One. Yeah. Just for that sole reason.
Dude, so you know what the... Alright, so you know the Pro is supposed to have the HDR and 4K resolution? You know the Xbox Slim has 4K capabilities. They haven't even released the new one yet, and their Slim model has 4K capabilities, and the fucking Pro, which is $400, which is actually a pretty good price, has 4K. They created a smaller model, and it supports 4K and HDR. What? Why is this a thing? I don't know.
Well, it's going to be a thing when Scorpio and Neo come out, but they're already doing it. I get what you're saying.
Neo
I might be getting an Xbox One, so I just want mods. That's the only thing I played on. I'm not an Xbox guy, mind you. Obviously, I'm here with PlayStation, but for mods, dude, that's like an open world, man. You can recreate all new games and do it over and continue to do it, get new quests, get new shit. It's an unlimited world, an untapped well, and, Sony thinks it's a fucking
You do realize
septic
that
tank.
PS Neo is the PS4, right?
Is the what?
The PS Neo
Pro
is the PS Pro.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know they released names. I've been literally in the woods for the past 2 weeks, so...
Yeah, so basically the PS4 Pro is going to be... No, shut up. Not going to start that again.
Okay, go ahead.
PS4 Pro that's their next gen, and whereas my point was the Slim is still their base model.
Next gen.
Yeah, not next gen, and they already for $350 supports 4K with the Pro. Yeah, I know PS Pro is next gen, but they want $400 with the Slim. Yes, it is.
PS Pro is going to be next gen just like the Scorpio. Yeah, it will.
No, it's not.
Then what's the next gen? Because if Xbox is coming out with next gen like Scorpio, then they got to do something.
They don't have to really do anything. PS4 Pro, again, PS4 Pro is not a next-gen console. It's not a continuation in the generation.
Oh. You're saying because of the name.
Same generation.
You're saying because of the name. If we're gonna do naming, how about Xbox 360, Xbox One? Shitty fucking naming, but still the next generation.
No. PlayStation itself has said that this... Okay, so this is basically what they've done is, you have iPhone 6 that comes out, and a couple years later, or a year later, you have
Not
the iPhone 6 Plus, or the iPhone 6S. Okay?
Yeah,
That's exactly what they're doing with this console. It's not a new generation.
But then
it's just an easier
Xbox.
way to yeah. No.
You got
Xbox
Microsoft
is a new generation. Xbox is a new generation. Okay, so when Scorpio comes out, it will be a new generation because what they've done is they have massively changed the specs on the system. You don't have a massive change with what you can do with the PS4. PS4. Okay, here's a prime example. Xbox Scorpio, okay, it's already been said you can play Xbox 360, I believe, and Xbox One games on the Scorpio. No mention of whether you can play Scorpio games on the Xbox One. However, PlayStation has come out and said you can play the same generation of games. You can take the game that you're playing right now, put that on the PS4 Pro, and you'll get. Hold on.
So you just classified that the PS4 Pro is next gen because you compared it to Xbox Scorpio.
No, he's not. But he's comparing it, saying the differences here. This is why it's not next gen. And I get what you're saying. But if the PS Pro can do exactly what the Xbox Scorpio is, then why is one next gen and another isn't?
Because it's not a drastic change in the hardware. It's not a change like, for instance, PS2 into PS3, PS3 to PS4. You have a drastic change in the technology that's being used.
Yeah, but there's not a drastic change between Xbox One and Scorpio, though.
Oh, yes, there is.
If you break it down... What? Give it to me, then.
There is a hell of a difference. Okay, first off, we're talking about a system that can't do anything more than what 900 frames per second, 900 FPS for games in general across the board. We're talking about the system across the board.
Hold on. Did you say 900 FPS?
Yes.
That's exactly. That's not even a thing.
Yes. Well, no.
PCs don't even run over 60 FPS.
No, I'm talking. I'm trying to think of the terminology that I'm attempting to think of, but I'm talking resolution. There we go. Okay, the resolution.
So 1200 by 900.
Yeah, it doesn't surpass 900 unless they focus solely on that system, and But we're talking PS4 can run 1080 native, no problem, with a multitude of games. And the sad fact is if you get a game to run 1080 on an Xbox, you're dropping the frames per second to like 30.
So what I'm hearing is the resolution. Now, correct me wrong.
It's the specs. Okay, look, we're talking about a system that when it came out, it had 2 point some odd teraflops. We're talking about an upgraded generation based solely on specs. We could just say, hey, look, if they tripled their teraflops in the next system, it's going to be 3 times as powerful as it was. Okay? And there's no mention, once again, that you'll be able to do forwards, backwards compatibility. I don't even know what you call it. Okay, but PS4 Pro games will be able to run on PlayStation 4 normal or PlayStation 4 Slim. Scorpio games will not be able to be run on Xbox One or Xbox One S. Why? Because the technology to create these games is going to be far beyond the capabilities of that system. Thus, another generation. That's like saying, okay, take an original iPhone and trying to put like iOS 9 on an original iPhone. It doesn't end well. It's not going to work. It's not compatible. Why? Because the technology, as it is today, surpasses what once was.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I see what you're saying, because I'm looking up the specs for the PS4 Pro. The RAM isn't changing. It doesn't look like a lot of the main processor is still single chip. So really, they're just putting out something for nothing.
No, I mean they're doing something that is going to be more suited.
Oh, it won't actually show me the stuff.
4K gaming, 4K TVs, like I told Charlie last week. Don't waste your money just yet, unless you have 4K TV and this is something that you really want.
I mean, I have a 4K TV, so.
Wait, exactly, but wait until the technology comes mainstream, because when HD TVs first came out, they were good $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 for a large screen HD TV. Good luck trying to find a 42-inch 1080 TV when it, around the time that it first came out for anything less than $1,000. Okay. It's the same thing with 4K. Give it a few years. Give it a couple years.
By the way, I gotta cut you off. I'm reading actual specs on this. PS4 won't support 4K Blu-ray.
PS4 Pro or PS4?
I'm sorry, PS4 Pro will not support 4K Blu-ray.
So, which is the games.
Yeah. So it won't support 4K.
No. 4K Blu-ray movies. The ultra Blu-ray
movies. It does not. Hold on. Blu-ray is the disc, is the game discs too. It doesn't say Blu-ray movies. It says Blu-ray in general. Blu-ray is the disc that the game is shipped on and is what is imprinted on. If it won't support it, then what's the fucking point of getting this game?
It's an upscaled 4K. Okay, and it that part of it, okay, is how do I want to say? Give me a second.
It's garbage.
Yeah,
You're basically
It's a
saying
garbage.
you're basically saying like when, let's just say for instance, like I think it was two E3s ago when they showed Mass Effect being played on the Xbox One, that they were like, hey, it's gonna be better graphics. It's just it's upped in HD, but it's not gonna be 1080p. Is that what you're trying to say? Like, it's not 4K, but it's close. It's pretty damn close to it.
I can read exactly what Sony released in a meeting or a press conference. So here it goes.
Go ahead.
Sony talked about the PS4 Pro's owner, confirming that it'll be able to deliver 1080p resolution for all games and higher or more stable frame rates. I'm sorry, it was split. So, here's the actual statement they made. By boosting performance and capability of the system architecture, including the CPU and GPU, PS4 Pro allows games to deliver graphics with far more detail and unprecedented visual precision. Users with 4K TVs will be able to enjoy their PS4 titles at higher quality, such as 4K quality, outputted by graphic rendering or upscaled resolution and faster or more stable frame rates. In addition, PS4 Pro supports 4K video playback and deliver 4K streaming video services such as Netflix and YouTube. I'm sorry, give me a second. I screwed myself over when I scrolled down because I'm an idiot. HDTV owners will also be able to enjoy an enhanced gameplay experience on the PS4 Pro, as the system delivers 1080p resolution for all PS4 games and higher or more stable frame rates for some supported titles. Furthermore, looking ahead to the future of imaging technology, all PS4 systems, including PS4 Pro, will support HDR imaging technology through a system update next week, which enables the reproduction of brightness and darkness while realizing a much wider range of colors. Users who own the HDR compatible TVs will be able to enjoy supported games and other entertainment content with visuals that are more realistic, strikingly vivid, and truer to the way the human eye sees real world. Now, with that, I'd like to say, and here's the specs. It shows the specs. As we learned after the meeting, PS4 Pro won't support 4K Blu-ray. Sony adds that every PS4 will run on all PS4 systems, including PS4 Pro. On top of this, all PS4 system employs the same user interface and shares the same online community for multiplayer game.
So is it saying the PlayStation 4 can't play 4K, or saying the PlayStation 4 Pro can't play 4K?
It says, after the meeting, as we learned after the meeting, PS4 Pro won't support 4K Blu-ray. Now, to cite this is on PlayStationLifestyle.net. So,
Okay.
I don't know what that means. If they're going to say, here we go. I have the article. I have the article right here in front of me. While PlayStation fans may have jumped for joy at PS4 Pro's price point and release date, sad to say, we're the bearer of bad news. It seems PS4 Pro won't support 4K Blu-ray discs, but only via streaming and apps. So you can't buy regular games. You can download the game.
No.
So they're looking to get people to download the games more. Okay.
No. Okay, so again, it's an upscaled. It's basically it's not running native 4K. It's an upscaled 4K that you will be run. That's why you won't be able to run like a 4K disc, because it's already 4K.
So this does confirm that this is basically PS4 Pro is not the next gen console.
No, you're exactly right. It's not. Right there, you're absolutely right. It's not the next gen. You're absolutely right. Project, you're right. But here's my point. If it says it won't support 4K Blu-ray discs, but only via streaming and apps, that's word for word, verbatim from the article on PlayStationLifestyle.net. But hold on, that means the game. Let's say I went out and bought what's a new game coming out that everybody wants to play?
Deus Ex Mankind.
Let's say I want to play Deus Ex, whatever, and I buy it for the PS4 Plus, and I buy it on disc. That means you're not going to get that quality versus going online.
No, you're getting the same exact quality, but you're getting an upscaled, not a native version.
Dude, I'm reading the article right here. It says you'll only get that quality from streaming and apps.
Okay, but what they're talking about when they say streaming in apps, what they are talking about are the 4K directed type of streaming apps, which are Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, Twitch, those streaming apps. Okay, so you won't be able to go out and play a 4K DVD that you buy from Best Buy. However, you will be able to stream a 4K movie from Hulu or Netflix, or, you know, buying it or renting it from the PlayStation Store. That is what that applies to. It does not apply to the fact that you will be playing upscaled 4K games.
So you are in agreement that you're playing games that are upscaled and they're not actual 4K games?
No, what you'll do is you'll have games that are already pretty much capable of 4K gaming, but the system itself will upscale it to 4K.
But it just can't read a 4K disc. So if I take, in like a perfect world, if I could take an Xbox One game that can play in 4K and put it in my PS4, it won't play. But I can play the same game on PlayStation, and it just upscales it to where it looks 4K. Is that what you're saying?
You just asked if you take an Xbox game and put it in a PlayStation, right?
I know, but I'm saying in a perfect world.
Yes, but I'm getting confused by this whole thing. So, basically, the best way that I can state this is like Black Ops 3. Okay, it's going to be one of the few games that undergo this transformation. Right now, it's normal whatever. But once the PS4 Plus or Pro comes out, fuck it, I'm going to go back calling it what I was calling it, the PS4K. So once the PS4K comes out, okay, they're going to issue an update. Treyarch's already stated that they're going to issue an update that will increase the graphics and the colors and the whole look of Black Ops 3. So you'll get a better experience visually through the PS4K.
Here's my thing on this. We're at the point in our technological advances that the graphics don't need to get but so much better for you to start working on the actual hardware. I'm looking at the screen, the start screen for Technomance right now. It looks pretty fucking good for it to be not a big game. Now, you take shit like Crysis and The Order and these other good games that have really, like, look at Black Ops 3, for example. The multiplayer is even great. But let's look at the single-player campaign, which looks phenomenal. What do you need to make it look any better for? I'm not saying it won't look good, but it looks amazing the way it is.
Basically, it's going to get to the point where it's we're shooting this live with real people.
Yeah, as you're playing it, we're shooting it live. You can control the guy. Like, here's the thing. Yeah, I get that. Because when we were kids, we thought Super Mario 64 was amazing. We thought Mario 64 was good. We thought GTA San Andreas looked good. At some point, we'll look back at this and say, oh, this is shit. But there aren't boxy fucking tits in this. There's not shitty-looking guns that are all squared, shooting shitty. Like, these games look realistic as it is.
The bullet path.
Yeah, exactly. These games look amazing as it is.
Here's my thing. I've always been a proud sponsor of the gameplay over graphics movement. Okay? I'm fine with a game that has terrific story, great gameplay, it makes you keeps you coming back. You know,
here for you.
I do want a game that looks nice, but it's not the most important feature. Don't get me wrong. I don't want an 8-bit game, but I do want gameplay. Take a look at Star Wars Battlefront. Prime example. Okay, the game looked so aesthetically beautiful. The game looked amazing.
But it played like
The
shit.
sounds
No, I love
amazing.
Battlefront. I'm good at Battlefront.
That's why it played like
But-
shit. If you're good at it, it plays like
A
shit.
terrible multiplayer. It's the only good game I'm good at. Go ahead.
It played
But
like
the
shit, though.
Yeah, the game played like crap. Okay,
Let's play this.
and that's
Let's play this.
prime
I'm good,
example
but
of-
if I can go 29-0, 5 games in a row, something's not right. Like, I'm good, but there's no reason I should be going this amount. I think the best game I have is 47-0 in a fucking game, and that's unheard of. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. Like, what the fuck is going on with this game? The game was terrible, okay, and I just had my COD skills pull over.
Yeah,
It's the only game I'm good at
the
besides Titanfall.
the gameplay was trashy at most, but it looked good. Now, if you take it a little bit down to say how Destiny looked, okay. But the gameplay was great. The gameplay in Destiny is great. Yes, it's repetitive. Yes, as much as it can be said about the mistakes that Destiny itself made, you can always bring it back to the fact that Destiny had great gameplay. It kept you coming back. It kept you wanting to push forward and play it. So
Yeah, I
I'm not
suppose.
too worried about this whole 4K thing. I'm not too worried about. I mean, honestly, and there's articles that come out about it, and I fully agree. Microsoft made a mistake, and they're going to end up introducing Scorpio, way too expensive, and by that time, the PS4K is already going to have been on the market for about a year at a lower price point, and sadly, I don't see much of a change coming. I don't see Microsoft taking the top spot again.
You're good. I want to see it.
Yes, don't.
Just check and see how far along For Honor is. Dude, I want to play that game.
Also out this week, apparently in game news, articles have been touting that the Nintendo NX might be dead in the water.
Wouldn't surprise me one fucking
There's
bit,
not
dude.
much. Well, there's a reason for that. Not much has been given to the fans that have been expecting it. A lot of people thought that Nintendo was going to come out during Tokyo Game Show and say, "Hey, Nintendo NX, look at this thing. This is the specs. Look," and nothing. So Nintendo fans are just like, "You don't have to tell us about it. Just tell us when you're going to tell us about it. Just give us that." And Nintendo's still being hush. But speculation is if this system comes out at a price point of say $400, then it's not going to do well at all. So hopefully Nintendo gets their act together, delivers what should have come at E3, but
No, they need to deliver what they should have done a while. We're talking about Nintendo. This is, well, we got one viewer. Hi, one viewer.
Hey, thanks for joining. We're still in the gaming news. Thanks, guys.
So, we're talking about what used to be a fucking titan in the console race is now a fucking fart in the wind. They need to hurry up and get their shit together and get back in this race. It's not too late, but gosh damn, man. Get back to what you once were. I don't want nunchucks. I don't want a fucking what came out with the Wii U. I want a goddamn controller. Good controller. Good games. Come on, Nintendo. Come on.
It was, no. GameCube was kind of their downfall. That's what started
GameCube was,
everything,
look,
'cause
GameCube, you want to shit on GameCube, but GameCube still had good games.
It had decent games. I wouldn't call it good games. It had decent games.
I mean, yeah, I'll give you that. But can you blame the game if it could have had better games? But I don't want to say that, but can you blame the games so much on
Well, the thing is,
Nintendo, as far as you can, the developers.
Nintendo lost its spite, like its like ranking, once they created a fitness machine. You're a gaming machine. You're a gaming company. You don't make fitness equipment. Don't make the Wii U a fitness type activity. That's not what you're known for.
My aunt, who has probably never played a video game in her life, bought a Wii just for Wii Fit, and I knew right then the Wii is dead.
No, I remember people were buying, what was it, Zumba for the Kinect when it came out? Like, that was the only game people bought.
Yeah. The Kinect is garbage anyway.
Garbage. Drops the BFI truck. Straight garbage.
Yeah. Fucking terrible.
So, continuing on, as we were talking about Sony and all of that.
Oh, I have a question for you, Project.
Yes.
So, do you think because they are upping it to close to 4K resolution, or I guess remapping it or whatever, that this was the reason for the price increase for PlayStation Plus?
Dude, I can't even tell you why
Can't even get into it. Alright, keep moving on.
Well, let's keep trucking.
Dude, like, literally, they better have a legitimate AAA title by the end of this year on PS Plus for download to justify their upping the price and earning an additional $130+ million a year. Because people can only take so much, and $130 million, yeah, plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Supposed. Allegedly, that's what it is. It's alleged.
But they have to deliver something, because I can't keep dealing with an online system that repeatedly gets knocked offline, and then after they get DDoSed or whatever, it still takes them 3 hours to figure out that they're getting DDoSed, and then they're like, oh, well, we're getting DDoSed, quick, throw out a special message that says we're undergoing planned maintenance. No, the fuck not. You got DDoSed because Fred Flintstone apparently set up your internet system. So...
Just a rock and a blade of grass connected to another rock.
No, it's a hamster in a fucking... It's a hamster in a wheel.
Pterodactyl just running around on a wheel.
Well, he's running me to death.
Fucking, it's a living.
Yeah, basically, yes.
So, as we're talking about Sony and everything like that, dun 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 dun! Sony has begun their annual fall tradition. That means head studios of Sony London and Sony San Diego have seen some nuts, some losses, and as Sony calls it, restructuring. Basically what it means is, there's no word on the number, but Sony London is looking at a substantial loss of personnel, while Sony San Diego is looking at about 40 to 50 people, including, and get this, this was my favorite story of the week, including Killstream's entire development team. Now, if you don't know what Killstrain is a free-to-play game that just came out last month.
Garbage.
So, it's a free-to-play, I want to say MOBA. You basically go destroy some towers and aim to take
No. Killstrain is like a... Yeah, there you go. One person plays the monster. One group plays one team. And they try to throw a new twist on a fucking MOBA, and they completely shit the bed.
Yeah. Well, don't expect any new content, any updates, anything like that, because once again, their entire development team gone. Just adios, bye, out the door. Which cutbacks and cutdowns and layoffs are expected, especially going into the fall and winter season, mainly because this is the season that Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo are looking to make their biggest profit, and in order to do that, they need to cut back on personnel and put out all these games that are going to, rake in the money. So they're hoping to get the highest possible profit at the expense of getting rid of their first person. And I should add that these are first person studios. These are not third party studios. These are Sony studios. They're developing, working on their in-house games that are pretty much exclusive to them. And Microsoft did the same thing earlier this year with like Lionhead, which is sad. God, remember how good Fable was? Why was Fable not on my freaking top list, or even an honorable mention? Fable was amazing. So, other than that, some quick other gaming news. Hart, you might be excited to know that some details about the Division 1.4 patch was released. So
Nice.
There's going to be a restructuring to how loot is gained. There is going to be a restructuring of time to kill and time to be killed. And I'm looking forward to the next update with everything that was released. As per new world level, you can go into tier 1 or tier 2 just so you can get max gear, move up to the next tier. So I'm looking forward to this. This is exciting. So as you've just started the Division and everything, this is actually a perfect time. If you already own the Division, if you've just been staring at it, letting it collect dust, maybe it's a coaster on your coffee table, just dust it off and wait for 1.4 to come around, and we should be pleasantly surprised if they keep to the idea that they had. So that's gaming news this week. That took 35 minutes.
42, bud. Get a clock that works.
Do have a clock that works because I started gaming news at 9:10. It is 9:46, thus 36 minutes now. So
you did not start gaming news. You're a liar. You're a liar.
I'm not a liar.
So I like to note one thing. No one gives a shit about the Division.
Hey, I do. I like it.
You took it back.
I took it back because I needed money. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get it again.
Yeah, liar. You're a liar.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, well, you might want to check your pants because they look like they're suffering from heat. Otherwise known as lie pants on fucking fire.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know I'd get this much crucifixion.
Calm down,
you bought the Division and you took it back within the same week?
Yeah.
Yep. Because it's garbage.
Wow.
What, I'm not allowed to eat?
That's not what it was. He was like, this game is garbage. I'm taking it the fuck back. Fuck Tom Clancy. Fuck Project. And fuck all them other nerds in the mom's basement playing this bitch.
I mean, given the fact
you know that I am ranked number 1 in upstate New York for road kills on that game.
That's because you're the only one in upstate New York who still fucking plays.
Screw you. Screw yourself.
Oh my god, even I knew that was coming. Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Even if you're not the only one playing in upstate New York, it's upstate New York. It's not like you're number 1 in New York City, where there's actually people people care
Wow.
No, I'm number 34 in New York State.
Okay, so who are the other 33 people?
People that pretty much hack their way through the entire game or
Can't even appreciate
use
it, Joe.
glitches. Dude, there's a difference, okay? When you put in as much time from day one and you wind up with 600 road kills compared to somebody that's got like 4,000, yeah, you obviously are just glitching into walls when you're able to do that or whatnot in order to get that many kills.
Dude, you don't even have to explain it to me. I played WoW pretty damn close to day one, so I know how it is when you get all the way up to the max fucking level, buy every goddamn expansion, and then some dude comes in there fucking farming shit and gets more shit than you do in like 2 weeks. I feel you.
Yeah. That's why Destiny had me so angry.
But yeah, no, I took it back for my own reasons, and I'm not going to explain it on live air, which I will, but anyway. So I plan to pick it back up. Hope.
You better pick the fuck back up.
Hey, I actually found somebody to play with me, and that sounded really weird, but Project. Fucking hardcore, like, power grinding the way through there. Yeah, I know.
But Bear, I know you wanted to get into something today.
Well, I mean, I can go on more about the suckism.
We'll let you go on a tangent because the last 2 weeks the people have been able to hear their 2 favorite stars. So
I didn't know there's two. Hold on, I didn't know there was 2 of me here while I was gone.
yes,
I know there's 2 of me here.
Justin, I want to let you know we're replacing you from the show with Justin.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'll pull a goddamn Topher Grace. The show can't go on without me, and then I'll be right, except to be wrong. But anyway, so
I thought you were gonna say I want to pull a Kobe Bryant. I'm like, all right, this is gonna get good.
I mean, whatever. I'll pull a Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh,
I'll rape
God.
a chick and play a terrible fucking season.
Jesus Christ! All right, I'm just gonna shut up now. I'm not gonna say anything. My parents are watching this. Jesus Christ!
Hey, mama.
Wow, thanks. Now when I tell her to not watch episode 12.
Hey, you're the one leaving them open, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna knock them home. All right, so I don't know if anybody heard that Ben-Hur, the remake, came out like August 18th, and Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get into a whole tangent on this, but can we stop the remake of good old movies and remaking them into shit new movies? I don't give a shit what your intentions are. If they're good, leave them alone.
There have been numerous good remakes. Prime example is Ghostbusters. Best film of 2016.
Are you serious?
I hope
couldn't get through that.
I hope you swallow a shotgun, okay?
Are you serious?
I hope you swallow a goddamn shotgun.
Oh my God! I need to.
Look, hold on. I'm not saying there weren't good remakes. I'll give you a good example of a good remake. The original Ocean's 11 bombed in theaters, but the remake did amazing. It was a budget of $85 million and made 400 something million. That's amazing. Here's the thing. They took a shitty movie, put a good twist on it, had good writers with it, and did something different because the original and the remake are two different. When you all you do is just say, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to take this movie, add a bunch of vagina in it, and we're going to make a new movie. No, you're not. No, you didn't. No, you haven't. And no, you won't. No. But if you're going to take a movie and redo it, how about you do it with a shitty movie and add, like, oh, that had a good theme to it. Holding up a casino, heisting a casino in a very ingenious way. Let's do that again. That's some good stars to it. Let's add some great writing, and boom, you got Ocean's 11. Now, let's look at the biggest flop that's probably ever existed, Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur came out in, I'll start with this. Ben-Hur was released on August of this past, 2016. Now, the budget for the film was $100 million. It made, at box office, $42 million. Jesus fucking Christ. Whoever pitched that needs to hang themselves. It's a remake of the 1959 classic Ben-Hur with Charlton Heston, which, by the way, had a budget of 15, hauling in an impressive 146 million. While I have never watched the movie, either one, mind you, I wonder what the point behind this remake is. The Rotten Tomato score on the remake, by the way, is a 27. Fucking incredible. Now, like Project fucking said, the little bitch. Ghostbusters. Now, this one wasn't particularly a flop. Ghostbusters, the one that came out in 2016, this past whenever, had a budget of 144 million while making 200 million. Now, it's a redo of the 1984 of the same name. The original budget, however, and this is why it's a flop to me. The original budget for the original one with Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd was 30 million, and it brought in at the box office 295 million.
This is back in the 80s?
Yeah, this is 84.
Any movie that does not double its budget is considered a flop. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay, well, good. All these on these are a fucking flop. Well, look, if as long as they're not going in the red and they go into, they at least are making past budget. I mean, they didn't double it, mind you. That'd have been 288 million, and but they didn't. But you got to look at these. These, I guess you could, well, if you want to consider it a flop, these are remake flops of original blockbusters for the most part. All right. Now, the remake wasn't a bomb in all sorts of ways. While it technically was a flop, it wasn't a bomb. But it has caught a shit ton of hate. Why even remake this movie? Harold Ramis is dead. And the story, from what I gathered, is straight garbage. That the movie didn't even recognize the original 1984 crew. See, they could have done well with this if they would have been able to play it right a couple years back and say that the shit's come back and blah, blah, blah. They could have played it very well, but they didn't. And they just added a bunch of vaginas to make it look good. Because feminism. And apparently the way to protect oppressed women is throw a bunch of vaginas on a movie screen, throw a shit ton of money at it, and completely ruin the original. Now, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 73%, which I feel is a throw. Now, Point Break. This is a flop. This is 2015 remake. Point Break. The budget was 105 million. The box office was 133. This shit-tacular remake of the 1991 starring Keanu and Swayze is the one I hate the most because I love the original Point Break. The original budget being 24 million and raking in 83 at the box office. Now, you may think, well, at least they didn't make hundreds of millions. Yeah, but they didn't barely skim by the budget. They completely went over top of it with something they didn't have a lot of faith in. Swayze and Keanu not being superstars at the time, unlike this movie, which made them. Well, Swayze was more of a superstar because of Ghost, and you had Outsiders that come. Ghost come in after
Saturday Night Live like every fucking week with Chris Farley.
Yeah, so I can't remember if this was before or after Swayze really hit the big time, but it's around the time. So for this time period, that's still a lot of money. I mean, this is 91. This isn't right now. This is 91 when a minimum wage in 91 was $3. So the remake got a very impressive 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the worst score I've seen. It's on this list. Why remake this movie? It was no reason to. Swayze's dead. Keanu might as well be dead.
He's a fucking vampire.
He might as well be dead. He hasn't done a lot of stuff besides John Wick, which was amazing, mind you, but what's the point of this?
What do you have, 43 Ronin? Is that what the other one was in?
43 Ronin, yeah.
He's freaking Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves can, just make cameos all damn day, and that'll be the greatest thing he's ever done.
He's not good at... Hold on.
Amazing.
Well, no. Sequels with Keanu are never good. Because look at the first Matrix was amazing, but Reloaded and the last one Revelations was shit.
I would have been happy with just one Matrix, not two more.
Second one was good. First one was great. Third one was it left you wondering what the hell you just watched.
Yeah, I know. I've watched that thing 3 times. I still never truly understand what happened.
I can tell you, but I'm not going to spend an hour doing it.
Exactly. All right, now let's look at another.
All I understand is that there were 6 ones before the one, and they all made bad decision, and it restarted everything. So Neo did the opposite, and so I have no idea. That's as far as I can remember, and then I'm like, yeah, Matrix 1. Remember when he stopped the bullets? Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fucking great. Now we're gonna get into some shifty ones. Now, Total Recall, which was a remake, came out in 2012. And this one's kind of older, mind you. It came out in 2012. Had a budget of 125, while box officing at 195. Now, that to me is still, I mean, it's a flop. You may think, hey, this isn't so bad as Ghostbusters. Well, when you factor in the original starring the Governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, made $261 million with a budget of $50 million, scoring 85 on Rotten, whereas the 2012 remake had a 30. What, I mean, was the barrel for remakes that low? Huh?
I'm sorry, just continue, go ahead.
What'd you say?
It was what you said.
What?
The 2000 remake.
2012 remake. Apparently I went Indian Rastafarian right there, I don't know why. The 2012 remake.
I think you went a little dirter there, but we won't go.
My eyes are moving faster when I was reading, so I had to back up and reread what I had. Was the barrel that low on ideas to remake? I'm sorry. I'm being distracted because when I'm talking, I'm looking up. When I'm looking up, I'm seeing a mural, a collage of Hart's girlfriend, and one of the pictures looks like she's shitting on the carpet. It's what it looks like.
I never noticed that until now.
I keep looking at that and like, is Hannah shitting on the carpet or what is she doing?
Apparently, that was her I'm mad face when her grandmother took a picture. She might be trying to squeeze out a doozy.
So anyway, the barrel...
Magic Mondays, you pop a squat on the carpet on Magic Monday.
Moved on from carpets to chests, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Speaking of the devil.
We were talking about your picture. Hannah just walked in. Yeah. We were talking about your picture.
Hey, hold on. All right, I'll give it. I'm sitting here reading a complete synopsis of why movies shouldn't be remade, and I keep getting distracted by you right there in that picture because I keep thinking you're taking a shit on the carpet.
I was throwing a temper tantrum, and I was jumping in that picture.
Looks like you were straight dookie in your diaper.
No.
Dude, she needs to make a PlayStation online name of Pop Squad now.
The barrel is that low that you need to remake an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Come on, man. Like, it could be better. But to move on to some more Arnold movies.
Okay, hold on, wait. If we're talking remakes, can I throw this out there? Okay, it needs to be said. Can we not remake any more goddamn Spider-Man movies? Can we not? Can we just avoid?
It's tough because everyone has got the first one, like Spider-Man. The original with Tobey Maguire was good, but the one with Andrew Garfield the first time was better. But I think the one with this new guy is going to be the best because if you watched Civil War, he was an amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, he was a decent Spider-Man, I think.
No, he was not. He was fucking amazing.
I think what they did with him, it was more fantastic. But I don't see a great movie coming from wisecracks and things like that. I think the best thing that they did for that movie was they actually made the Spider-Man outfit or costume animated, which is amazing for like real Spider-Man fans to actually squint and move, and that was phenomenal. But I don't know if they can maintain him being a legitimate Spider-Man with all those wisecracks and jokes.
Yeah, that's what Spider-Man is. If you ever read the comics, like that's what Spider-Man is. He's a wisecracker. That's what he always has been.
We'll see. But continue.
So, moving on to some more Arnold Schwarzenegger remakes. Conan the Barbarian, 2011. The budget was $110 million, and the box office was $48 million. It's terrible. Now, The movie couldn't hack it. This remake only had a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. The original making a whopping 130 million while only running a budget of 16 million. My point is that they are remaking Ocean's 11, yes, again, with an all-female cast. Now, 2001 made 450 million with a budget of 85, and it is the best on this list. Not an original, mind you. The original bombed, even while hosting the Rat Pack as a cast. So what? Why continue this shit-fest of remakes of good movies when the first did better anyway? Don't stop and say, oh, to empower women with the fucking remake. Because money-making fuckers in Hollywood don't give a shit about your supposed oppression with making movies. So my entire point is, why? Why remake good movies with... Why remake a good movie? When the original Ocean's 11 was shit and they remade that with a better way. You can't do better than the original, so why try?
Well,
Because why not? Because it's all about that almighty dollar.
No. It's bullshit, though. You're ruining time-honored classics. You are completely giving yourself debt. Every single one of these on this list have bombed. 2 lost so much goddamn money. I'm pretty sure people at the companies and the production lost jobs over this shit. Some people don't even get work off these movies anymore. So why continue it when there's no good running here of remaking something that... Okay, put it in perspective, Ocean's 11, 19... I can't remember what year. I think it was 60-something. Bombed. It did terrible. Did completely shit. It made $5 million, but with the Rat Pack being the cast, I never said the budget, but I know the budget was over $5 million. So it bombed. So then you take a bombing movie, completely rehaul it, and make it again, but I mean, it is a remake, but at the same time, it's not word for word or a new script. It's made a lot of money. So, whereas the Ghostbusters was an amazing original, Point Break was an amazing original, Total Recall was an amazing original, Conan, Ben-Hur. I was like, what the fuck are you going to make remakes next? The Ten Commandments, the original? You're going to remake Gone with the Wind?
You're going to remake Monty Python?
Yeah. You're going to remake The Sound of Wind? Like, I mean, what do you... Come on.
Fiddler on the Roof?
Fiddler on the... I'm going to put it like this. It would be like trying to remake Gone with the Wind. The most successful movie in cinema history around the world. It is above everything. It'd be like remaking that. You couldn't, there's no point. No one would want to see it because it's not going to be better than the original. No one's going to want to, it's not going to be anywhere close. So, what's the fucking point? It's stupid.
I guess my point is, like, if you're a movie producer and you have anything in your mind that goes, this might not do well, don't do it.
Yeah, they got a lot of money to play with, though.
Well, speaking of remakes, I just want to throw this out here. For geeky, nerdy fans that grew up watching like all of them, like I have, Japan's Godzilla will be in limited release November 18th, starting.
Let's look at that.
Go check that out.
We'll look at that. The original Godzillas were amazing. Then you had the remake in 2000 with Matthew Broderick.
You talking about the one that just came out?
No. The one in like 99, 2000 with Matthew Broderick did terrible. Then the one that just came out, Bryan Cranston, was shit. Look at King Kong. The original was good. Then the one with Jeff Bridges was the best to date. Then they try to remake it again with Kong, which was terrible.
I hated that.
It was a fucking terrible. Now they're gonna do it again. Like leave it alone. Like leave some of these alone. Like if you.
You're gonna build up so much hate for him that no one's gonna research.
No. The new Godzilla is literally it was made in Japan. It got super popular over there, so the U.S. said, "Hey, we need that in our lives," and they're bringing a legit Godzilla back to the States, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm a Godzilla nerd. I've them all. I've seen every single one of them. I can't tell you how many times I've watched a Godzilla movie.
I mean, let me rephrase this. Apparently the 2014 one didn't bomb, but so much. The budget was 160, and the box office was 500 million. So it didn't bomb, but so much. But I heard nothing but terrible things for it.
Are you talking about the one that just came out?
Yeah, the one that just came out.
I loved that one. I thought it was awesome. Like it wasn't. I didn't go see it in the theater. One of my buddies, my roommate, was just like, "Hey, you want to watch it?" Because we're bored, and then we watched it, and it was really good. But it's not something that I was like, "I have to go see this. I have to go see this." I didn't really care because the ones I watched when I was a kid or a little bit younger, ones that you're looking up right now, Bear, were garbage.
No, this one, okay, the one that came out in '98 with Matthew Broderick, had a budget of 130 and made at the box office 379. Like, they're still doing good, like, but it's like, how many times are you going to continue to remake it, though? Like, I don't understand. Not even 20 years later, you remake another one? Why? So yeah. That's all I got on that list. That was my entire list.
How about them Yankees?
Shut up. Fuck you. Fuck you. I know. I can look at your fucking hat. I don't give a shit. They're playing tonight. We'll see who the fuck won, man. Fuck you.
Oh, I was literally just making small conversation, but yeah.
Oh, because they won again because the Boston won against them last night.
Oh no, I was literally just. It doesn't matter. The Yankees are still better than Boston. It doesn't matter.
Even though they're now losing by 1 run in the end of the 5th.
Yeah. So.
Fucking. Anyway, I know you got some more to talk about. You fucking motorboat mouth bitch. Go ahead.
So I don't know how many geeks and whatnot are out there, and I don't know how many people out there grew up with like a childhood. I think it was a rite of passage as a child to kind of watch this sort of stuff. But where the wrestling fans at?
Yeah, not here.
Yeah, dude, fuck wrestling. I don't watch it anymore.
I don't watch wrestling.
Not anymore.
Anymore.
Well, seeing as I'm no longer 12, well, I'm going to watch it anymore.
Well, screw you. Styles, Kevin Owens, enough said. Anyway.
Who?
No, so. Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Exactly.
I'll give you. Hold on. Are you trying to tell me they stand up next to fucking Stone Cold and The Rock and Triple H and these fucking people who will be remembered? I know AJ Styles. He's from fucking TNA and he sucked on TNA. Yeah, exactly.
So
fuck you.
There, you've missed our conversation. So I was thinking I'd get your view on what we've talked about the last couple weeks. So I wanted to go over just a couple quick points. That being the developers that are just out to get money. So what I meant by that was I made a point of stating that developers go for a decided demographic. That's why we get games that... Why am I done with that?
Because you're a whore, that's why.
Anyway. So basically what I stated was that developers aim for a specific demographic that age between like 13, 17, 21, mainly because of the simple fact of that when you go that young, you know that if you get a good product that they like, that they will in turn stick around a lot longer.
Mass Effect? Let's look at Mass Effect.
Hold on. So if there's a community, say, like me, that I'm 32 years old, they look at me like, how much time do I have to actually keep gaming? So my opinion does not count as much as, say, the younger demographic. So if there's a 16-year-old playing Call of Duty and he's like, oh my god, this game is so awesome, I love the lasers and the jets and the wall running and boost packs, but here I am at 32 and I'm saying, no, I don't like that, give me back boots on the ground. They're more inclined to apply to that kid because if they can make him happy, they have a lot of customer that they believe is going to be around a lot longer than, say, him.
But I've never heard one single person ever played with anywhere from 13 to 32 who said Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was amazing, so...
Well, zombies, but...
I mean, fuck zombies, man.
Zombies was awesome.
What?
Hey, no guests.
She can make guests anytime she wants.
No, she can't. Magic Monday cannot.
Yeah, Monday can. How many donations?
Anyway, you're getting to a point. What's your point? You want to ask me a question?
So I want to know whether or not you agreed with the demographic issue that developers are more inclined to listen to those of younger age.
Well, you ever watch G4?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched a podcast from Kevin Pereira and Adam Sessler, and they were talking about the downfall of it. And what they said was that these guys were targeting a demographic of 18 to 25. Now, at the time, G4's demographic they were getting was 13 to 17. Now, they didn't want that. But what Adam Sessler said was, if you keep these guys here and give them what they want, at some point they're going to reach your target demographic. Adam Sessler said one day he was walking through San Francisco and he got recognized by somebody, and he said, I've been watching since I was 14 years old. He said, how old are you now? He said, I'm 23. And at that point he realized he was right, that your target demographic will grow. So I get where they're coming from.
But to my point with Project that we talked about, I think it was 2 episodes ago, was that it should not fucking matter. You should make it, if it's not universal for every demographic, but mainly focus on what I said last time, which was they're basically marketing games towards kids that haven't even fucking hit 18 yet.
They do that all the time. They target games as genres to people. Are you telling me you want to play Barbie Castle Adventures or some shit like that? No, I don't. Hello Kitty Island? Yeah, that one over there will. Fucking Magic Monday will, but we don't. Or look at horror games. Look at horror games. I don't play horror games. It's genre specific. They do this stuff all the time. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I don't care, because if I like it, I'll play it.
No, but wouldn't you think it's in some case fair that instead of making a game just for one generation, that they make it for all, so we all can enjoy it?
They used to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But look, I want you to look at what took over the gaming industry. Corporations. And corporations probably still have in their head that, only kids play games. When they turn 18, they stop playing anyway. So why don't we just market to these kids, yeah? So that's what they do. They just market to these kids, and because they're gonna be kids will always play, but they're not looking at the fact that college kids play, or the fact that we've been playing. All of us in this room have been playing since I've been playing since I was fucking 5. So they're not looking at that. They don't give a shit. I became useless to them the day I turned 18. May 1st, 2010. I became useless.
I want to say October 18th of 20... wow, I turned 18 this year, apparently. Fucking October 18th is when I became useless. I want to say when I turned 21, I became useless. It's like, he's going to be drinking a lot, so we don't have to market towards him.
18. No, Project's right, because their market is 13 to 17. That's all they care about. I mean, what are you going to do? What, do you want to start a gaming company that markets to 18 to 25-year-olds? What are you going to make it about? Because you got some fucked up 18 to 25-year-olds that I know. You can put a lot of porn in it, a lot of fucking. Like, look at, you want to make a Leisure Suit Larry game again? Like, come on. I don't care. I really don't. But you can look at it like this. Call of Duty isn't marketed to a 13-year-old variety. Call of Duty is marketed between 16 and 21, but 13-year-olds play it. Look at Pokemon. Pokemon's targeted to young kids, and I know 2 people in this fucking room who played Pokemon a shit ton after the age of 18. So,
do you think Magic the Gathering was marketed toward kids at first?
Not at all. That was marketed to fucking dorks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All people dorks.
Yeah. Fucking dorks. That's what magic was for. Nothing wrong with that. If you like magic, go ahead, but you're a dork. I mean, this is what it is. Nothing wrong with it. Just accept your fucking label and move on. Put a dork sticker right on there.
I support dorks.
Like Nazis when they used to give out Jews gold stars for doing good jobs.
God.
You get a gold star. You did a good job.
How neat is that?
It's pretty neat. But, yeah, is it kind of fucked? Are we going to do anything about it? Nope. We're cynical, fat fucking nerds who aren't going to do a damn thing about it except rant. So we might as well get on and accept it. There's nothing we can do about it, man.
Well, that leads us to another point of the fact that the level of toxicity in the community itself.
You make it sound like the LGBT community, man.
I'm talking gaming community.
Community just sounds weird, man. It makes it sound like we all live in a compound. We're gonna drink a bunch of fucking spiked Kool-Aid like Waco.
How else would you like me to state this thing?
I don't know. Gamers? We're gamers. I don't really think as a community. Because I know plenty of gamers who I'd never really like to talk to, and some of them...
But see, that is wherein lies the issue. You say you don't think of us as a community. Well,
we're not.
Shouldn't we be aiming to be recognized as a community?
No, you know why? Because we're not a church. We're not an oppressed people. We're not LGBT. We're not the black community. We're nothing else except for a group, a collective, not a community, a collective. You wouldn't call people in Auschwitz the community of Auschwitz. You call them the collective of Auschwitz. That's basically what we are. We're a collective.
Yeah, but I think community signifies a togetherness.
But we're not together.
Yeah, but we should be, and that's the issue. It's until we can come together, we're going to continue to allow these developers to walk all over us.
It wouldn't matter even if we did come together. You're not going to get everybody, millions of people on the same board of, you know what? Let's say fuck Activision and never buy another one of their games again. If we did, it'd be great. But we're not going to be able to.
Hey, I'm still trying to get hashtag no micro January floating around.
No micro January. It'll never happen. It'd be great if it did, but it'll never happen.
I mean, I guess, would you say that, like, alright, would you say that, like, Call of Duty has their own community, and World of Warcraft has their own community? They all want the same thing, see what I'm saying?
No, they don't, though. They don't. I know plenty of Call of Duty people who are excited for Infinite Warfare. I know plenty of people who never want to fucking play it again. No, it's not a community, it's a collective. It's a collective of people. WoW is not a community. How many, would you consider yourself a part of that community, or would you consider yourself a part of a collective? Because I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people on there you hate.
Oh yeah, no. But wouldn't it be even like, okay, so Virginia, like Lynchburg, would you say that's community or collective? You hate
It's a city.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like,
I reside here.
Okay, so
Big
we don't
difference.
reside anywhere with community.
No, not in gaming news wise.
So when
I hear community, but what I think of community is a group of people who band together and are brought together by one cause. Well, you could say, oh yeah, that's gaming. Name one thing gamers have come together under one cause ever.
What I'm saying is, for instance, this is between you and me.
No Man's Sky.
Okay.
No, because there's people who still fucking play it. There's one person in this room playing it right now.
I just got it.
Anyway, so when LU bought out the movie theater, the dog theater, did a bunch of people not to come together as a community and go, that's fucking bullshit, I wish that didn't happen?
You're absolutely right, and a petition was wrote, and I signed that petition too.
Is that not a community effort?
Yeah, it was. I said Lynchburg's a community.
No, you said you reside here.
Yes, but that's a community. There's a difference. I reside in this community.
Okay. So you're saying
And we do come together for things all the time.
okay, but gamers don't.
Name me one thing that you can actually think of that is in the past 30 years we came together for one instance for anything.
Twitch and YouTube.
Doesn't count. I'm talking for a
Well,
cause.
that's the thing. We're never gonna get 100% of the community itself. You know,
I want you
agree.
give me something where 2 million gamers came together, and that's not even half.
What, PAX, E3, does that count?
I'm talking about a cause.
A cause?
Dude, if you consider a festival thing, that would mean that Lock-in's a community,
Yeah.
or Ozfest is a community, or something like that. That's not necessarily the case. Or Carolina Rebellion's a community. Don't look it up. Come up off the dome, bro. You can't.
I will tell you a specific number.
Of gamers in the world? It's a
No.
core.
Of the community. You said over 2 million? Okay. As of right now, over 3 million of the community have disliked the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Oh, yeah? And 5 million people have disliked Baby by Justin Bieber. That doesn't make him a community either. I'm talking about an active cause. Something you've come together for to stop something.
Can an end game can something in game consider it? Like if you had okay, I'll give you an example of what I'm thinking. And it's
Okay.
probably bullshit because I don't know much about this world other than where my dick is and how my head works. So
You don't know either one of those.
I don't know either one of this work either. I don't know. I'm just literally a fat mass that walks around and eats potatoes. So
Aren't we all?
all right. So in EVE Online, and you know this story when I bring it up. EVE Online, this dude was mining in the galaxy. And if you don't know what EVE Online is, it's an open world strategy. No, it's just an open world RPG for spaceships. I'm just put it that to make it simple. This dude accidentally shot someone of another clan, and it sparked. It's still going on, as far as I know, a 7 million player battle between every clan in EVE. Is that considered a community, or is that just cool
No,
facts?
that's not even a cool fact. That completely shows you that it's not a community. We're fighting amongst ourselves in this so-called community.
But it was two clans against each other.
That doesn't mean anything. What is Hatfield and fucking McCoy's in space?
Yeah?
Okay, that doesn't mean anything, though.
But at the same time, it's still two groups coming together.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because we're fighting amongst ourselves.
Okay, so the fighting aspect doesn't count.
Because you're fighting amongst yourselves. It doesn't count.
I can't think of one where it's literally been like, the community has come together and like, hey, look, cut your shit or we're not going to play anymore.
I got one.
Okay.
Prime example. With Deus Ex, the newest one that just came out, Mankind Divided, right? When that came out, they did a tiered rewards system. Basically, if you pre-ordered at this level, you got this prize. If you pre-order at this level, you got this pre-order bonus. If you pre-order at the Mega Special Edition, you got even higher tiered pre-order bonus. Then, you could go for the Ultra Edition, which was all the pre-order bonuses. And the community said, no, that's not what you should be doing. And literally, there were enough voices within the community itself that days, if that, later, Edios came out and said, hey, look, we fucked up, we're sorry, pre-order the game, you get bonuses. That simple. And it was a quick backtrack because the community said, no, we've had enough of this crap, you need to stop. And they were like, we went a little bit too far, let's pull it back and just give the people what they asked for.
It still doesn't count.
How's that not count?
But it's just... Go ahead.
How's that not count? That is a community coming together for a common cause that stood against developers and said, we're not going to take this crap. You're not doing this. And got to beat
Because I'll give you a good
to
example of
back
why.
up.
Yeah, you gave me one example, like I said, because I didn't think you could do it. But let me give you an example. The United States isn't a community, right? You would consider the United States a community, correct?
More of a country.
It's more of a country. It's not a community. We're not a community, right? But when 9/11 happened, we were all gung-ho to go over there and say, fuck up the little ragheads.
Damn.
That doesn't mean anything when a bunch of people who are angry come together who want to do something like that one time. There's not a constant cause going on against the stuff that's happening to the gamers as a collective. We're collective.
There is, but it's so... The voices that
You say
do it
so
are
small.
so quiet that people can't.
Exactly. Well, then it doesn't count. If they're not loud enough to at least for you to be able to recognize at least, oh, yeah, well, there's this movement going on in this one, and this one, and this one. There's no movement. Dude,
Okay,
all we do,
okay,
let me tell you, I hate gamers more than I love them. I hate them more than I love them.
Okay, to bring them out, and I'm going to go against a lot of myself right now because I've been talking shit since day one about this guy, but he was part of it as well. But when you take a look at guys like T. Martin and Drifter and White Boy 7th Street and plenty of other big name, YouTubers out there that are putting out content to millions of subscribers and putting together things like the black market blackout for Black Ops 3, where they were sick
Which
and tired
didn't work.
of... It did work. It did work. I won't say to a grand scheme of things, but it did work. How do we know that it worked? Because after it started, Treyarch said, hey, look, you got a season pass, so why don't you enjoy these free things that we're giving you? Why don't you enjoy this free weapon bribe?
Yeah, that's cool.
Whatnot.
But what about the people who weren't season pass?
Buy the season pass?
Yeah, exactly. I'm
People-
not paying season pass for a couple fucking weapons, though. Look, the point is, Call of Duty's a community.
You don't pay for a season pass for a couple of weapons. You pay to get all of the content in the game for a discounted price. Instead of paying $15 per map pack, you're paying roughly 10 or 12.
Look, I never said Call of Duty wasn't a community. They came together for a cause.
I'm talking gaming in general, a community.
But it's not. It's not. It's not, because microtransactions have affected everything, and people are tired of it, but nobody as a collective has come together as a community. We're a collective, not a community. Gamers are a collective, not a community.
You can't come together collectively on microtransactions. You
Yes,
can't.
you can. Yes, you can.
It's
You could not purchase them.
impossible. No, you can't.
You could. Yes, you could. A majority of gamers who are sick and tired of microtransactions
Okay.
could come together and say, you know what, we're done. We're not paying anymore. You guys need to go back to give us actual content and only come up with this shit when it's good.
Okay. But what I'm saying is the reason why you can't is because not all, and I might get some slack for this, but not all microtransactions are bad. Not all of them are bad.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Okay.
There's more bad than good. So why wouldn't you come together and say, fuck them all? And I guarantee
No. There is definitely not more bad than good. I think there's more bad in the spotlight as opposed to good in a spotlight. But I don't.
When games come out
outnumbering.
pieced, no. When games come out pieced instead of releasing entire content so they can just transaction out and get more money, when they hold weapons for no fucking reason, when they hold all sorts of stuff for no reason and predetermined they're going to do this, that's bullshit. I don't even give a shit. That's horseshit. You're feeding me bits and pieces of a game.
We're not talking paywall. We're talking legitimate microtransactions. Like
Paywall is part of microtransactions.
No, paywall is a completely different thing outside of a microtransaction. Microtransactions are microtransactions. Those are transactions that are limited to an aspect of a very small numeration amount. Okay.
Fine, then we'll address the entire paywall. You could get, if you should be able to get, if we're a community, enough people together to say, fuck the paywall, I'm done. You should be able to get at least 50%. If you have 50% of the community to say, you know what, I'm done, and they could make money off the paywall because they started losing money on the game, they would stop it. But you can't, because we're not a community, we're collective. We're a collective of douchebags is what we are.
No, we are a community, but here's the issue with that, is the fact that, like, Destiny is a prime example. If you go onto the forums, you'll see 50% of the, like, take a look at the newest update for Destiny, that the Rise of Iron isn't going to be for the old consoles, or what they are calling the legacy consoles, which are the Xbox 360 and the PS3.
What a bitch.
Okay? Now you have half of the community that's like, oh, well, you know, this isn't right, this isn't fair, and then, you know, the other half of the community is, I understand why you did this, and I'll be going out and upgrading my system, or, you know, hey, I feel sorry for PS3 or Xbox 360 users, condolences, and not trying to sound like jackasses, actually saying, hey, I'm sorry that we're not going to be able to play this content together, okay? That's a just cause, but
it's at the point in the world, in timeline, where you need to get off. I'm sorry your money situation's terrible, but you got to understand why you're not adhering to old consoles anymore. When the content is so large and requiring so much to run, it's understandable. But I'm talking on piecing out games. You should be getting enough people together if we're a community. We're not. We're collective, and it's small-minded or naive or pride, hubris. One of them, pick them, to think that we are a community when we hate each other more than we hate the fucking game developers. We hate campers. We hate cheaters. We hate the people we lose against because they're fucking faggots and they're assholes and they're bitches
and
we hate gankers and rogues and Dave.
So we hate more than we love in this community. We barely love our own teammates when they're playing because somehow they're always garbage.
Rocket
League, or Call of Duty, or we hate the people who are better than us because they're obviously cheating. We hate each other more than we love each other. So you can't be a community without a little bit of love, and there's none. No love, no coming together.
Even though whatnot, there's been plenty of times where it's like, I'll curse somebody out in a lobby, or I'll send them a message through PSN, and it's like, you're a douchebag, I hate you, screw you, blah, blah, blah. And they just send you a smiley. And you send a smiley face back, and then you send one back, and the next thing you know, you are playing the same lobby and just writing everybody. So...
no, I've never done that because I'm not a fucking loser.
You've never played with somebody that you like...
Hate? No, I never played with someone I hate. Nope. I never played with someone I started off hating, ever. You know why? Because I want to be around someone I hate. I hate them for a reason. You're gonna die, Hannah.
I know.
Kill that thing or run away. Then run away, Hannah.
Ah!
Jesus.
Fly away.
So, no.
Is there not a medium we can, like, is there just not like a middle ground we can all three meet in, like, okay, we got collective, we've got community. Can we just call ourselves, we're just a group of people that are always mad at each other?
We're a collective. We're a collective of douchebags.
I mean, it's just like...
We're not a collective of douchebags.
Hold on. Everyone in this fucking... Hold on. You and including everyone in this room is a fucking douchebag. We all play games. We're gamers. We're douchebags. Yes, we are. All gamers are douchebags or losers.
No. Okay. How many, like, take for instance the other night, Charlie went out and got the division. Charlie needed help. I immediately was like, hey, yeah, bro, I'll help you out. And I ran him through a bunch of stuff. I ran two of the guys that he met through the same stuff. And guess what? I did it. That was like my 10th time doing that. I've beaten the division storyline like 10 freaking times. Why? Because one, I enjoy the game, and two, I enjoy helping other players within the community to progress.
So, you know what? I'll give you that. But do you want to know why you did that? Because no one else plays that game for you to fucking play with.
But it's not just that game. It's not just that. I was the same way. I was the same way in Destiny. I beat
Yeah, you were. That's how you and I met.
times.
You're absolutely right. That is how you and I met on Destiny because you helped us with the King's Fall raid.
Yeah. And it just progressed from there. And I'm sure you didn't think highly of me when I first showed up, and I'm
No, you're a bit of an asshole.
King Macho shit. Exactly. But the fact of the matter is we did something that we enjoyed.
No, you know why we became friends? You know why we became friends? Because when Spartan XX came in there, was like, hey, yeah, you guys fucking suck. Can you let me in when you get done? Haha. We both agreed he's a fucking cot monster.
I think that guy's still muted.
Damn. So basically, like, you both met each other, and you both did really nice things for each other, but at the same time, it took you, like, what, 2 months to finally actually be like, alright, let's literally do something more important than be on party chat?
No. That's literally what it was up until the time we started this podcast.
I understand, like, Project's part of the community being like, you know, look what I did, because I've done the same thing for people in other games that I've played. I think what Project is saying is very valid, and I think what you're saying, Bear, is valid, but I think the amount of time in between your kind acts and actually getting to know somebody takes too long, and we would need to act, like, now, in a way.
You know what? I was just thinking about something else, too. You can honestly say that there is a huge number of community members out there looking to help others, because how many times have people gone out and looked on Reddit or looked on GameFAQs to try and find some sort of strategy guide of how to beat some character or some boss or some level, or what the best build is for what certain character in what game, whether it be WoW or Division or Destiny, what the best weapon is or something. And how many forums and forum posts are there saying, hey, this is my build, tell me how I can work on it. And there's just pages and pages and pages of people just putting their input. I like this build, but you can do this. I like this build. I'm going to try that for myself. I'm going to put this tweak in, or this tweak in, or that tweak in, or here's my suggestion. We are a community as a whole, but we need to stop competing with each other as well.
What would you consider data miners? Would you consider them a community because they're helping, or do you consider them collective? Because they find out a lot of shit and help out. I'm doing this quotation marks community.
They're either helping out or they want to prove how much developers are pieces of shit when they hide stuff, or they're just bored. Look, I'm not saying that we're not. When I say collective, I just want you to understand. I'm not saying we're not at some point close. But we're not community close, dude. Community, no. No. Because you got to think, you can't even get into E3 unless you're a developer. That's our biggest thing, and we can't even go to it.
I don't count developers as part of the community. They are. I'm talking about.
You missed my point. You missed my point. You missed the point. You missed the point of what I'm saying, man. I'm saying you can't consider us a community when our biggest, basically, our biggest convention is developers only, so the gamer, what you would call community, can't even get in.
You know,
speaking that, you look.
That should
do
be
you really want to say you're
that the developers are against the gaming community because
Collective.
a gaming conference directed towards gaming itself, and you keep the consumers and the community out.
Look, you can't call gamers community because if you do, where do you stop it community-wise? Are you talking about the bro at college who plays Madden online every once in a while? Is he a fucking gamer community, bro? Or are you talking about the drug dealer who plays 2K every once in a while? Or are you talking about the Wonder Blunder who plays Minecraft once in a while? Or are you talking about people like us who are hardcore gamers? Are you talking about even people who are more hardcore, like the people who think if you don't play Dark Souls 3 in the hardest difficulty, you're a fucking piece of shit noob? No, none of us get along on any aspect. We're not a community. We're a collective.
I'm talking about gamers that actually have a passion. I'm not talking about that one guy that gets on Minecraft every once in a while, or that one guy that plays 2K because he's, you know, he has nothing better to do. I'm talking about people that at the end of the day they want to come home, release some stress from work, go on and kill a bunch of zombies, or beat a level, or play a game on the hardest difficulty, or just like the challenge of, you know, being one of the first to do something in a game, or discovering Easter eggs, or things like that. I'm talking about people with a passion for gaming itself. That is a community. I'm not talking about the
developers can only
random
go to
people.
E3. That's bullshit.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's only for developers. Yes, it is.
Unless
Yes,
you're
it is.
invited.
Corey went to E3.
Unless you're invited.
He wasn't invited. He bought tickets to E3.
You can't go to E3. There's no.
He went to E3. I'm telling you, he went to E3.
I think you're mixing E3 with Comic-Con.
No, him and Faith went to E3. They went to E3 again this year. They went 2 years in a row. They bought tickets.
No. Seriously, I went looking for tickets for E3 this year and next year, and my wife even went and scoured the freaking internet, and they said flat out you cannot buy tickets unless you are a developer.
Okay, I'm gonna message Corey because he's gone to E3 twice in a row.
Corey, you're a liar.
Yeah, you're a liar, Corey, for fucking watching.
Unless
Oh wait,
you
I can't. He
have.
blocked me on Facebook.
Hold on, this is Corey the douchebag from your work? Yeah, because he's a fucking liar. He's a piece of shit.
I've seen the pictures of him at E3. I've seen the
Was it
video.
outside by chance?
No, he's inside.
He must have went as a GameStop representative then.
No, because you don't do shit like that.
Okay, well, I don't know.
He had to know somebody.
Yeah. Probably Chase probably
Or
has
Faith
connections.
probably gave some dude like a blowjob and some drugs.
Yeah, probably. That wouldn't surprise me.
Suck your dick for $1,000. Really? Not even Bear's gonna get that reference?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm looking something up. I'm researching at the moment.
Here. E3 is a professional trade event and is not open to the general public. Individuals who are not able to document their direct and current professional affiliation to the interactive entertainment industry are not qualified to attend.
However, it says you can register right here. No one under 17 is allowed, including infants. Nice. But it does say E3 is a trade event. If you're not in the trade, you're not allowed in. No
Probably
developers.
because he works at GameStop.
Developers trade. GameStop GameStop's a retailer. It's not in a trade. Retail's not a trade. Developer is a trade. It's a trade. You have to go to a type of school for it. You have to go to school to be a retailer.
No, I'm pretty sure games.
They probably have corporate representatives. I'm not saying they don't have corporate representatives there, but they're not allowed. I doubt they let some lowly retailer go. I mean,
Honestly,
unless you're like a district manager or regional manager or something like that.
yeah, I'll give you that. If you're a district or regional or something like that, even a store manager maybe, yeah. But I'm talking like this guy was what? What was he?
third key.
Yeah, he's not.
He's a key holder.
Yeah, he can open and close a store You're not important when it comes to the hierarchy of a corporation like that.
So basically, everybody that sits in E3 is not excited fans. They're fans, but they're literally developers with computers going.
What it is, I'll explain basically what E3 is. And yeah, we like it because we're the consumers. Alright, so this will make no sense, but unions have conventions all the time. So it's a trade thing. They go there and they show off what they got versus what you got. It's showing off each other's trade skills is what it is. That's what it is.
So it's not like, hey, we're going to show like their tensions for us, but technically they're really showing it to the people that are going to give them money.
What was it? Up until 10 years ago, E3 wasn't even televised.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. You were only got by what journalists put out.
Huh.
They wanted it to be secret up until the developers realized we can get a lot of hype. Hence why, if you didn't think E3 was fully for the consumer, why last year at that E3 was Fallout 4 released? Will be released in November when we wouldn't really know at the most part. Because shit's televised.
So basically, before 10 years ago, there was no like it wasn't like, hey, this is going to be released fall of this year. It was basically like, hey, this game came out, you can buy it now.
No, it was pre-release and stuff, but it was like consoles and shit like that. But it was for people in the trade. It was a certain point where it wasn't televised.
Did not know that.
Yeah, dude, E3 is, God, how old is it now?
What, 25 years maybe?
No, I want to say like 17, 19 years.
So 2000. So 1998 to 2020.
There, but I'll look it up. I will look it up.
I did not. That's weird though. That's
It is
so weird.
It is,
Why
but
developers only, like fans. Come on, like. I'd love to go to E3. I didn't. Okay, whatever. We're all gonna be martyred. Doesn't matter.
But that's my point. Like we're not a community. That's how old?
21.
21.
The first conference was in 1995.
Wow.
And it's been, I want to say, 2011 or 12 is when it started getting big television. I mean, you could watch it online, but
It wasn't like you could stream it on a console like you can now.
No, there was no streaming back in the day then
It wasn't
anyway.
any fucking Wi-Fi either. Well, no, Wi-Fi came out in 2000-ish. I want to say. It doesn't matter. I'm stupid. I'm still a fat mass that eats potatoes.
That's great. When was it first televised? I'm looking on it right now. It was CES back in the day, and there was a fucking tent back in the day.
It was a tent back in the day. If
Yeah,
people would-
Sega was going to it. That's how old it is.
Jesus.
Sega was talking about consoles with the Dreamcast and shit. The Neo Geo, the Virtual Boy, shit like that. Apparently the Nintendo 64 was the Nintendo Ultra 64 at some point. Stuff was displayed.
God, freaking Nintendo 64. That was the biggest money grab system I've ever seen.
Oh, it wasn't. It was in a 700 square foot building.
700,000 square foot.
Yeah, and it had 448,000 attendees. That was first.
That was the first one?
Yeah, back
so
in
50,000 people. How many people go there now?
50,000.
Oh, so it's the same building.
But it was 48. They've gone up 2,000. That's because they allow a certain amount of people in.
Oh, okay. That blows my mind. Like I never knew that. I thought that was just like you had to like pre-order tickets like 3 years in advance to go.
This is in San Diego Comic-Con.
No. You literally in order you have to be like
I'm looking up.
invited by a dev, which is why you get so many YouTubers out there that are sponsored and put out all these videos about all these upcoming games pulled out by the companies like Drifter or T Martin or Jericho or whatnot, and they get put up in a nice hotel because hey, you know, they got 2 million people watching them, and they know that they can get a lot of hype. So, yeah. So you either get invited or you're lucky enough to win some sort of contest somehow, or you just go to gaming school and work for a developer.
That's
But
whack.
but I don't know how Gamescom works or PAX works though. Those might be able to be open to the.
PAX is open to the public. You can buy tickets.
PAX is open. Tokyo Game Show is open.
Yeah, but who the fuck's going from here to Tokyo though?
I wouldn't.
On top of they shows, oh yeah, fuck that, dude.
If somebody was like, "Hey, we want you to go to Tokyo, we'll pay for you to Tokyo," like, I'll pay for my own way into Tokyo Game Show all day.
I would love to go to. We'll talk about that another time. I'm talking about Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. However, it's so many miles away. But I'd love to go.
It's a 6-hour plane ride.
How many people do you think will be traveling to San Diego during that time? How the rates are going to go?
It would be worth it.
So I buy tickets a year in advance.
Yeah. But they sell out as quick as possible, so I think I'm ready to end it.
Yeah. I think we talked about a lot of good stuff tonight.
Gotta get our views back up, though. So, as always, I'm Bear. You can check me out on Twitter at BearJuden92.
I'm Hart. You can check me out on Twitter at HartChaos. We are streaming. Bear and I are streaming tonight in my room in this domain on YouTube /3 Minute Podcast.
Smells like tears on a fucking mattress.
Yeah, I don't have much room in my house. I'm very poor. Anyway, go ahead.
Your room's nicer than any fucking room in my house, you fucking white privileged hipster.
Project at Project_Vectrix, and follow us on Facebook. 3 Minute Podcast, all one word. Join group, join the community. Or wait, hold on. Was it douchebag conglomerate?
No, I said
Company of
collective.
douchebags.
We are a collective of
I'm not a-
douchebags.
But we're a conglomerate of douchebags. Anyway, 3 Minute Podcast, all one word. Join the group, join the community, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
That was gay as fuck.
Not even done yet.